Hello, everyone. So I like to say a little thing, and I just want you lot to say it with me. If you come to have a good time, say, yeah, man. All right. Well, how is everyone? Good. You know, it's actually crazy to be here. Like, I applied for the Princess Trust before Young Philly. Imagine, yeah, before I was in front of the camera, I used to own a company called PDTV, and it was like SBTV, so I used to like record people, like music videos, freestyles. Yeah, so to be here right now with you lot is actually mind-blowing, yeah. Big up Princess Trust. So hello everyone and welcome, yeah. Welcome to our special event to celebrate the partnership between Tango and the Princess Trust. They've been working together for now 2 years to help young people like yourselves find your fearlessness. I am your host with the most. I go by the name of Philly. I'm a YouTuber and presenter, and all glory to God, it is great to be here. We hope that today will inspire you, empower you to take the next step to start something that will ignite your inner fearlessness. All right, please put your hands together and welcome today's panel. So I've met you lot obviously before, but let me see if I remember. So LJ, Shauna, Taz, and Winana. Cheese. Alright, make some noise for LJ, Shauna, Taz, and Winana. So if you have any questions for the panel, then please do let a member of staff know, and then they can ask the question for you, or they will allow you to ask a question. All right, so let's start getting to know a little bit about our panelists. Shauna, could you please introduce yourself and share your connection to the Princess Trust?
Hiya, I'm Shauna. I'm a young ambassador from over there in Northern Ireland. And yeah, I'm a support worker, I'm a trainee youth worker, and yeah, it's a little bit about me.
Yeah, okay. So how did you get in touch with the Princess Trust?
So I started the Princess Trust doing the team program, which was a 12-week program where you basically learn team building skills and build like qualities and skills that'll help you on later in life. I joined that program because I wanted to restart my education as an adult and never looked back. It's one of my favourite parts of my life now and one of my favourite stepping stones.
Was that like a scary period as well, like in your life?
Really, really scary, because starting your life again as an adult, there's basically nothing out there for you. Yeah. It's really difficult to get started. So the Princess Trust just kind of landed in my lap and was a little miracle in disguise, yeah.
Sick. Sometimes you need that, you know. I feel like it's interesting. I got a friend called Poet. He said to them, we were saying just before this as well, it's about putting yourself in the right places. I feel because you was looking, actively trying to change your life, I feel like that's where the opportunity presented itself. Big up you, Shauna. LJ, talk to me about your story.
Yeah, my name is LJ Flanders. I wrote a book called Cell Workout.
Are you Australian?
Nah, I'm East London.
Sorry.
I'm not from down under.
I just love Australia. I'm so excited, sorry.
Yeah, I wrote a book called Cell Workout when I was in prison. And when I got out, I got the book self-published with the support of the Princess Trust.
No, give him a round of applause. He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. Oh, LJ, you're a bad boy. Do you know why that's so amazing, bro, yeah? There's that mad statistic, am I saying the word right? Yeah, there's that mad statistic that they say, like, once you go in, you tend to just stay in there in the system. Like, I'm proper proud of you, bro.
I think that's because the getting out was the fearful part, was that how am I going to get a job now? I've got a criminal record, and the first people I turned to was the Princess Trust for support.
Sick. That's so good. Sorry, carry on. I just got so excited. That's proper good, man.
Yeah, and
so what, you was in there and you decided to just start a book?
Yeah, so when I went into prison, I just got into education and fitness, put the two together, become a personal trainer, started working in the prison gym, and people started to ask me to write Cell Workouts, and I thought that's got a bit of a ring to it, you know. And so that was it. So I penned the book inside, and I thought, how can I take these drawings and actually self-publish the book? And I didn't have the ability or know-how at that point, so I thought the Princess Trust was the organisation to go to for that support. I've done the Enterprise programme, and yeah, it's been amazing.
That is so good. All right, give him a round of applause. Give Shauna and LJ a round of applause. Taz, let's hear it from you, brother.
Hello, everyone. I'm not like LJ, so you can still give me some applauses. My name's Taz. I'm born in Hackney. I'm 29 years old. I'm a YDL at Princess Trust. I've been working here since January, having a great time. So that's pretty much about me. I've been in the youth work industry for about 10 years, since I was 20. So just been working with young people is a great passion of mine. And I'm here today to just vibes.
Love that. All right, big up Taz. Give him a round of applause. All right, so Winana, we'll come to you next. Share with us your journey of finding your place in a new country.
My name is Winana. I'm 16 years old, an Eritrean refugee. Been here for a year now. My journey of finding this place, isn't it? It was chaotic, and I was in this chaos alone. But it was like for a very brief moment, because the struggles I faced when I first got here made me realize that there was a part of me I didn't know. I realized I was way stronger than I thought I was. And yeah, I knew I was here for a purpose. And yeah, I got to meet the right people, surrounded myself with the right people, met the right organizations like the Princess Trust, and it's been a smooth journey from there.
Amazing. All right, give a round of applause. Did you feel because you was a refugee, yeah? Or because you are a refugee, should I say, do you feel like it was harder for you? Like, did you kind of use that as an excuse at first, or was that like your motivation to, do you get what I'm saying, to better your position in life, I suppose?
Yeah, I did use it as an excuse for a brief moment. I thought, oh, because I am this, I can't do this. But then it was the same force that pushed me out of my comfort zone to achieve bigger things and to be able to connect with people and, work towards my purpose.
Dope. Yeah, I can relate to that. I'm a refugee too. So I can definitely relate to that. Give all the panelists a round of applause, please. So, Winana, you've got to the country as a refugee. How do you find out about the Princess Trust? Like, who told you about it? Was it word of mouth? Was you online one day?
So the first thing I did when I first came here was join a youth club with people with the same background as me. And while I was there, I met Jack, who works at the Princess Trust, and someone that works at the youth club told him about all my problems and how I was looking for help. And he told me about an event at the Princess Trust, which I attended, and I got to meet Gloria, who was organizing the Explore program at the time.
Yeah! Alright, big up Gloria though, you got mad love in it. Big up Gloria. Go on, Winana.
Yeah, so I asked Gloria about the Explore program, she signed me up, and a month or two later, the program started, and that's how I got, in touch with the Princess Trust.
Amazing. What was your one like, Shauna? How did you get in touch with the Princess Trust? Was it a case of someone telling you? Did you just do your research? How did it actually come across?
So at 22, I was sitting with no education, no prospects, no anything, and it's kind of like, where'd I go from here? So I'm a mum as well. So I needed to kind of get things moving and get myself the things that I needed. So looking into that is kind of impossible because everything's money. You're paying for courses, you're doing this, you're doing that. As a mum of three, don't really have the funds to be paying for Open University and things like that. So I was having a look, I was trying out all my options, and then randomly one day, a friend of mine shared the Princess Trust program. It was actually the Explore program, and I was looking at it, I was like, that's not really for me. I need something a wee bit more. Just a wee bit more, wee bit longer, wee bit more, and it's something more to do. And so I emailed them, got an email back, a couple of hours, and I think it was literally a matter of 2 weeks, and I was on my way, nervous as anything, not as nervous as this, and going to meet my team lead, meet my new peers, and find out what I'm going to do for the next 12 weeks.
Dope. And now you've completed the team program, and it says here that you're also an ambassador. So from being in that position, from your friend showing you about Princess Trust to being an ambassador, what is that like? How's it been?
being a young ambassador is something I never could have expected. I have so many opportunities. I've done things never would have seen myself doing, and really paving a future for myself. The young ambassadors and the staff that work with them have opened so many doors for me and supported me every step of the way. I have a lot to thank them for.
Give her a round of applause, guys. You lot should just feel it, you know, like you just know there's moments that you just clap. Like, I'm looking at you lot to clap and no one's clapping. There's just moments. That was a good time to clap. LJ, over to you. So you've seen it from two different sides as a young person and now delivering the Get Started in Health and Fitness program. Could you share with us your journey to the Prince's Trust and a little bit more about the program?
Yeah, so my first sort of introduction to the Prince's Trust was a poster that I found in prison. So I was researching for the book in the prison library. It felt like a beacon of hope. It said, are you under 30? Do you have a business idea? Are you from a disadvantaged background? So I knew that's the organisation I had to turn towards when I got out of jail. I didn't do it immediately because my priorities was get a job, find somewhere to live and reconnect with family and friends. So about 6 months after, once I was back settled in society, I reached out to the Prince's Trust, and I remember the first lady I spoke to, Ingrid Bennett, lovely lady from east of England.
She's still here?
I think she's left now, so I think she has left, but you know, it was just, I remember giving that phone call and I was a bit sheepish thinking, I've got to say I'm an ex-criminal and, you know, go through all that. But once I explained it, you know, she made me feel really comfortable. One thing the Prince's Trust don't do is they don't discriminate against anyone. Once you explain your background, where you've come from, once they hear that you want to progress, they're there to support. And I'd done that 1 week enterprise program and I knew I was in the right place. But the support network they gave me afterwards, once they gave me a business mentor, I've been in touch with this person every single week for the past 10 years. And we've left the Prince, you know, our relationship's outside of the Prince's Trust now as on a business level, but that support and accountability was such an important thing. So I was running a business pretty much alone for the 10 years, but then to have that person that I can call up at any minute of time was incredible.
Yeah, it helps for
and then to sort of be a young ambassador, then I won the Enterprise Awards, and then to actually be now a delivery partner. So I got to the age of 30 and thinking, you know, I've got to leave the Prince's Trust family, so I've managed to cling on there as a delivery partner. So no, it's great to be that side of the fence now.
Sick. I love your story, you know, OJ. So inspiring, man. Yeah, see, yes. Oh my God. Yes. Taz, a question for you. As a youth development leader, you are on the front line speaking with young people, supporting them in opportunities. How do you support those young people who may be feeling a bit fearful and in the beginning about looking for support?
Okay, fear is something that is present in the future, today, in the present, even in the past. You can fear about things in the past. It's really difficult for anyone to sort of go somewhere and ask for help or ask for advice or ask for guidance. So as YDLs, we have to all ensure that we understand that each individual that comes in is different. You're not going to be able to use the same techniques that you used on the last one. You need to learn this new person that's come in, be open and approachable. I think one of the key things with all YDLs at Prince's Trust is we are very approachable and open. The young people that visit, I don't see a problem. I don't see why they can't sort of conversate with us. We've got quite a sort of open policy in that sort of case. For me as well, I like to have banter. So when a young person comes in, straight off I try to find some sort of common ground, have a little banter with them, have a little joke, just get the guards down. And then finally to sort of let them know that we're here to help with whatever. Yes, it is for education, employment and training, but to get to education or employment or training, you have to first feel secure in yourself, belong to something. So yeah.
So here's a question for everyone. We might as well start with you, Taz, because you've got the mic in your hand. But what is one piece of advice that you would like to share to help people access their fearlessness? Tough question, you know.
Oh, it is a tough question. It's actually tougher because I wasn't told about this question from beforehand. Boy, that's put me on the spot. One piece of advice I can give, it don't really matter what anyone else thinks, personally, that's what I think. If I use an example, like sometimes you walk into a train and you're sweating, and you walk in and then you're thinking to yourself, oh, there's all these people around me, am I smelling, do I look right? You're trying to put your clothes properly, you're trying to sort your bag out. But then if you really think about it, you probably not going to see anyone in the train again. Right. So does it really matter what others think? Are you trying to get somewhere? So yeah.
I hear you. All right, big up. Winana. What advice would you give to someone? What was the question again? What advice would you give to someone to help them access their fearlessness?
A piece of advice I want to share today is something my mentor once told me, and she said, fear is a strength. And I laughed at her, I thought she was joking, but she was all serious, and she said, fear is a strength because it's a force that pushes you out of your comfort zone. It shouldn't be something that holds you back. When you feel fear, when you're doing something and you feel fear, that means you're making progress. You're doing something that other people don't do. So that's my piece of advice. Fear is a strength.
Same question.
My advice would be baby steps. You can take as long as you want to get to where you want to go, but you have to make progress in doing that. But you take baby steps as you're doing it, and it doesn't really feel like you're doing anything at all. You're just living your life, but you have to make those baby steps.
I think planning is so important. It's what we were saying there as well. If you can plan your days, your weeks, your months, your years, because for instance, when I was set out to set my business, I was fearful of the fact, what if it fails? But then setting off those smaller targets, those smaller goals will eventually get to a longer term target. And I think definitely planning, like even this event here, you know, it's probably been 6+ weeks of planning that's gone into this, the amount of people for a 2-hour delivery. This hasn't just happened overnight. A lot of time and energy has gone into this thing.
Agreed. No one asked me, but I'm going to give you my advice. So I was very fearless. I had a lot of fearlessness, defo, before I started Young Philly. I say Young Philly so you know I'm talking about my career. But I was making good money. I didn't even need to do the YouTube thing. I was a trader, believe it or not. I don't know how I'm so bad at maths. The only guy in the whole office with a calculator. But I remember at the time I was doing something called Sunday Stories on Snapchat. And I was like, wow, this is mad. Like, I'm getting 500,000 views and I'm just sitting on my desk. This is crazy. And I remember I left a job that was paying like 4 to 5 grand at the time. So a lot of money, 17 as well. I left that job to be on no money to then do like my whole YouTube career path, you feel me? And again, it was the best decision I ever made. Like, I was willing to be in an uncomfortable situation for a bigger objective at hand. Does that make sense? So yeah, my advice to you lot would be just take action. I feel like what I did very well in that is I just took the step. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be broke. I knew I wouldn't be able to link the man on the weekend, but I did it, do you get what I'm saying? And now look at me, I'm hosting a panel with you like Princess Trust. Love though. All right, does anyone have any questions for anyone on the panel? Yes.
Hi, I'm Jay and I'm 24. I'm with the Princess Trust as well.
Yes, big up Jay.
I really like the advice from the 4 panelists as such. My kind of like go-to advice for myself in a sense is...
Well, can everyone hear him? Perfect, yeah?
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah? Can you not hear him at the back, yeah? No. Hold on, you put the mic next to you. I got you, Jay, man.
Thank you.
Go on, Jay.
I think my advice in a sense, because I'm diagnosed with autism and sometimes it's really hard for me to like ask for help at times because like I want to do things myself as such. I learned from this story, it was called The Boy, the Horse, the Fox and the Mole. And the quote goes, what is the bravest thing you've ever said in your life? The horse goes, help. It isn't a way of giving up, it's the refusal to give up. So I think I really do.
All right, big up Jay, round of applause. Anyone else have any more questions? Yes, sorry, go on.
First of all, I want to say that all of your stories were really inspiring. But my question to like really anyone is that even though you had like your long-term goals like in the future and you had that long-term motivation to keep like persisting, what was your like daily motivation to like wake up every single day and keep yourself going? Because even though you like feel like you can get somewhere and you want to like work hard for it, sometimes when you're waking up on those like lazy days and you're thinking to yourself like, I really need to get stuff done today, but you procrastinate and you're like too slow with it. Like, how do you keep going like day to day?
It's a tough one. Who's answering that one then?
Well, I think with the 10 years I've been doing my thing for, there's been plenty of ups and downs. But I think reaching out for support is incredibly important. You're at the Prince's Trust, that is the support. The accountability, if you're just accountable to yourself all the time, that's hard. And the Prince's Trust Business Mentor gave me that accountability, because here's a person that's not getting paid, that's giving up their time to me. I can't let that person down. And I think the contract that I signed to myself was journaling and writing a diary. I've kept a journal the past 13 years, and we've actually got some of that in the workshop later on. But writing down, planning your weeks and what you need to do, and writing it in the timetable from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m, how are you filling that time? That's really important. If you tick that task, you're going to feel good about it. And if you're ticking each task over the course of a whole week, you're going to look at that sheet of paper and think, wow, I've done that. You've set yourself your objective and target, and you've achieved it.
From my point of view, I think you're not in the boat on your own. That was me this morning. That was me yesterday. That's me pretty much every day. It's about getting up, and I think just understanding that sometimes you just got to do. It's like going to the gym. You don't want to go to the gym. It's a burden, and then but once you step in, everything's behind you. You just kind of get on with it. Also trying to get like a balance in life. You need to have fun as well. So to stay motivated, if you just focusing on your goals all the time, you may not get there. Sometimes you need a break, have a little party, come back to it, probably more motivated than you was.
I definitely agree with that, and I think some of it is just accepting that life is life, innit? And it's not perfect. Like, you're gonna have mad lazy days that you don't want to do nothing. So I feel like, I feel like once you accept that and can proper just understand that, it becomes easier. You get what I'm saying? I can definitely relate to that as well. Like, I think an interesting fact, I did a video with the Simon called 20 versus 1. I don't know if anyone's watched it, yeah? But the day I did that, I didn't want to go. Like, I've tried to think of every excuse not to go. Do you get what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, this is long, I can't bother to film today. But it was like my best video in the end. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, take from that what you will. Any more questions? Yes.
I want to know, how do you deal with your mental health? Because no one really speaks about that. And how do you, get out of home and be positive? Because sometimes our family members don't support us. So how do you put that mindset?
Who wants to answer that one?
I think I'll answer it using Jane's advice. It's asking for help. Your family members may not be ready to help you, but there's people out there that wake up every day and say, I'm going to help people with mental health problems, innit? So it's just asking for help. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd say asking for help too, because I definitely suffer mental health. And it's just like asking yourself, how much do you actually care about trying to figure out why you think the way you think and you are the way you are? So like, I tried therapy, didn't work for me. Do you get what I'm saying? But for someone else, it might really work. So, you get what I'm saying? I just found my way of trying to deal with my mental problems. So yeah, I think I should just keep on trying some stuff, for sure, definitely seek help. Hi. I got you after.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and I just kind of wanted to touch on what she was speaking on about mental health. So I suffered from really bad anxiety, but I got into a position earlier this year where I had to start to overcome it myself, because I was just waiting for therapy. Then I realized that a lot of the things that we face is actually being able to introspect, realize what your triggers are, then start to put steps in place to actually face the triggers so you overcome them and you're not coping, because I've been in survival mode for a long time and kind of had to provide for myself in a sense. And when you're just coping, that's what a lot of people are doing. So when you have practical steps to put in place, then you're actually solving the root cause of the problem, which is normally...
She's spitting right now. She's spitting. She's spitting. Deeper. Go on, land is good.
Which is normally stemmed in childhood. And also, if you come see me later, I recently put the steps that I used to start overcoming my anxiety, because it's the processes that you follow. So then you put those things in place. It's like the language, because how you speak to yourself, how you think about yourself as well. And that's what, when you do that inner work, whatever anyone says around you, you build the competence to be confident. And
She's gone nuts. She's gone nuts. You're spitting. Oh my God, keep on going. This is cold.
Confidence is not just in one area of your life, so you need to actually realize what your triggers are, face them head on, then they're not going to worry you anymore. But when you're running away from it, it's going to come back. It's going to come back in different ways. It's going to come back in your relationships with people. It's going to come back in your work and everything. That's why you see these rich people, they think, oh, when I get this goal, I'm going to be happy. But then they're like, I'm empty inside, because they're chasing something which is normally something emotional from childhood that they didn't have. So that's what I'm currently working on with the journal and also coaching, to help people actually uncover and realize what fulfills them and to start to overcome instead of cope. Then you're breaking those cycles.
What an answer. I ain't even got one to give now.
I think we need another stall for it, don't we? Get on the panel.
That was so good. Like, that answer was just perfect. But I think it even just, like that sums up what we was just saying, though, like reaching out for help. Like you put yourself in a vulnerable position asking that question in this room, and then like instantly you got help in a way. Do you get what I'm saying? I think that's dope. Anyone else got, yes, you had a question. I'm sorry, yeah.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Arija, and I want to ask a question based on networking. So obviously within the Princess Trust, you've got a lot of connections, people that you meet and that you mingle with and everything, and obviously afterwards as well, you've got a lot of opportunity in that sense. But how do you navigate networking, not to be sort of intrusive and forceful, but to sort of be authentic and true to yourself while you're networking, if that makes sense?
That's a good question, you know. Anyone? Why is everyone looking at me for? Like, I got an answer, but it's about you lot right now.
I think, you know, in terms of taking opportunities, I always say to everyone, take any and every opportunity that comes your way. The amount of free gigs that I've done in the past, just to be here, there, and just, I mean, you've got to try and promote the business, I guess. But I think what I picked up as well, you know, that sort of networking, but not being truthful about it, you just want to try and take, but what can you give the person as well? So I think it's, yeah, be truthful about the networking.
For me, I think personally, in terms of networking, is just to be yourself. You can see genuine. You can see who's genuine, who's sincere. And sometimes when you try too hard, you start becoming someone else. And whilst you're networking, others can read that. Yeah, pretty much, be yourself.
In my job, I speak to so many different people. And like, you see, when you talk to so many different people, naturally, like I know if I was gonna go say hello to that guy over there, I'll say, hey mate, but if it's the man them here, I'm gonna go, yo, wagwan. Like, it's about like knowing how to adapt to different people as well. Still being yourself, but just adapting a little bit. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's the same way like when we order something on the phone, we go, yeah, excuse me, can I have them? But we know deep down we go, yo, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just about finding that little balance. Any more questions? Go on, brother. Okay, go on.
You know, in regards to like content creation,
yeah.
How do you make stuff that like hasn't already been done, or if you are doing something that's already been done, how do you make yours stand out from everyone else's?
What a question. I really like this question, yeah? Because I feel like with content creation, you get two types of people, yeah? You get Nico Milana, which is so unique. He does videos that no one thinks of. He sent a burger to space once, like mad random stuff. And then you got me and Chunks, yeah? And we just do everything that's already been done, but because it's us and we're different to the person that we've watched do it, it comes across different. But really, there's not a video I haven't done that I haven't seen on YouTube already. Like, what I've realized with content creation, it has blueprints. So like YouTube has like algorithms and stuff. I don't know, like one week it could be, I do my boyfriend's makeup. Do you get what I'm saying? Or do you get what I'm saying? So literally, me and Chunks just copied that format, and because naturally we're being ourselves when we're doing a video, it comes across like we've done something mad. But really, I copied it off some woman called Susan in America. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, God's honest truth. So I'd say To answer the question, I'd say look at what's out there and just see how you can make that yours. Do you get what I'm saying? Same way like with TikTok, there's like loads of trends, you get what I'm saying? But we all do that little trend, like just, you've got to follow the algorithms, literally. Yes, brother?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Something like the motivation, like if you've had a really bad time in your life and you want to like pick yourself up and go again, what's your best tip on that advice, please?
Someone else want to answer? I got an answer, but...
My advice would be for motivation is sometimes you have to indulge yourself. For you to be able to pick yourself off the ground when you're having a really bad time, you have to know what you like to make yourself feel better. And it can kind of work with mental health and stuff as well. Is that if you know how to comfort yourself and you know how to pick yourself back up, you are going to feel better if you know your likes and your dislikes, and if you, I don't know, just all your favourite things. Make your comfort meal. Focus on you for a day, and I guarantee when you wake up the next day, you're going to be feeling better and ready to take on the world again.
I say as well, a workout, no one ever regrets a workout. So whatever your type of training is, be it cardio, weightlifting, whatever it is, by the time you've done it and completed it, you're going to be feeling better about it. But also try and train with someone as well. Try and train in a community of people.
Yeah, I used to work out and I've literally like not done like 5K, 10K in a long time. So how can I get motivated to actually go for a run?
Yeah, that's a question. How do I get motivated to go for a run? Serious?
Well, to be fair, I've actually started this
Sorry,
thing.
go on.
I've got this thing called exercise snacking. So if you put a timer on your phone, so every 15 minutes that timer's going to go off. So if you do 30 seconds worth of exercise in every 15 minutes, little steps. I mean, it's just, and once that goes off, it's going to remind you to do that for 30 seconds. And 30 seconds isn't a long time. Just try and get your heart rate up. Try and get the blood pumping. Try and get your mind turned on. And if you keep doing that throughout the day, you're not going to get too sweaty. It's not going to interfere with your day. But if you do it, say you do it today after today's session, do it tomorrow, and just track how you feel. Don't be think I need to go and do a 10K from doing nothing. You know, that's a bit of an unrealistic target. So yeah, I think exercise snacking, and personally, every 15 minutes for 30 seconds.
Hope. Any more other questions? I'm really enjoying this, by the way. This is lit. Go on, brother.
So if you struggle to take action, like what's your advice for someone who struggles to take action? That they've set goals in place, they've set a plan, but they're really struggling to be committed to taking action?
That's a good question. Go on, Taz, you got the mic in your hand.
You just described me.
So, that's why I don't want to answer.
I'm that guy. I find it difficult myself I'm very good at making actions. Like I can sit down and say, I'm going to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. It's just about taking actions. So I think you got to, instead of talking the talk, you got to start walking the walk.
And I said about timetabling. Part of the workshop, there is timetable involved. So if you can write down what you plan to do, I said, if anyone wants any of these sheets, come and see me. I'll send you the PDF. I'll print it out for you. If you write that down and you're ticking it along the way, you know, that's a contract to yourself. So I really recommend that.
We'll go for one more question, because I've been here for time. Oh, it's tough. Who am I picking? Someone at the back? I ain't pick someone at the back. All right, we'll do two, Carf. You like, we locked in. Like, I've got to let you ask this question. Go on.
Hello, my name is Sam. My question is just about when you're in the comfort zone, you can easily get stuck in that, and you kind of lose yourself. What would you say is like your advice for getting out of that, or kind of getting control over it?
Go on, someone answer.
I think it's all about having a purpose in life, knowing that there's a reason as to why you're on this earth, generally. Be like, wake up every day and know that there's a person I want to be at the end of the day. So you can't be stuck in your comfort zone. You've got to have a purpose, and that purpose is going to push you out of it. Yeah.
My question is, how do you deal with pressurized situations? And what do you do to kind of overcome those pressurized situations? Because sometimes you feel the pressure. Because obviously everyone knows businesses sometimes and stuff. Sometimes you can feel the pressure. and it can take you out of your character. So what do you do to deal with that pressure?
I think personally, a problem shared is a problem halved. So having that conversation, whatever might seem big, if you're having a conversation with someone that you trust, I definitely think that's a great place to start.
So is that all we have time for? Someone look at me and let me know whether one more? Love that. Yeah, hold on, let me go close though, Karch. She ain't asked the question. What's your name?
Mulki.
What's your name?
Mulki.
Your name's amazing.
Thank you. I guess my question is related to content creation. Like, how do you, I guess, make the pivot from content creation fun to business? And do you like have a team? Do you start looking for a team before you make it sort of like into a business? Okay, cool, I'm gonna be working with these brands, or I'm gonna sign up to this agency. Like, how does that work?
It just kind of happens. I don't know, for me, I didn't class it as a business until I started like making some serious money. But yeah, it just happened. Like, I got really lucky. Do you not remember Cadet that died, the rapper? Yeah. So RIP Cads, but Cads was like the reason I kind of got into the industry. And he introduced me to my manager, my current manager. So when I think about it, it was just, again, like me putting myself out there because I was doing all the right things. Cads then introduced me to like this amazing man called Taff that has changed my whole life. And to summarize it, I'd say, yeah, you need a team once you're at like the point where it's turning into a business. Like, I would not be in this position if it wasn't for my manager. Don't get me wrong, I'm talented, I did my thing, but without like Taff, that real like backing, yeah, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, I think like naturally, the more you do it, the bigger you get, then yeah, people start reaching out, or you just have the option of just like Googling, like literally talent agencies, and bet will come up, and then yeah, you can just start reaching. Do we have time for one more? We do, yeah? Okay, cool. Oh, go on, madam, I'm coming. It's a little cardio today. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sophie.
Hi, Soph.
Yeah, my question was, so what do you do if you're like really resistant to help? So if people try and give you help, you're just kind of like, it's like, you kind of almost, you just don't want it, and that sounds...
You don't want it, but you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do, but then it's like really, really, really hard to accept it, and it's like, I guess for emotional reasons.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels wrong, I guess.
That's a tough question to answer. Does anyone want to answer that?
I think you've got to reach out for, do you want the help in the first place? As I said, if someone's seen that they need to support you, they'd probably offer you a branch of support. But personally, my business, I couldn't afford to pay anyone for 10 years, and so many people have put time and effort into me, and my promise to them is that I can go on support. So if someone can offer you support, maybe you can help someone else down the line as well.
Good answer. All right, that is all we have time for. I have really enjoyed this. Seriously, thank you for sharing your stories. Everyone, thank you for being so brave enough to ask questions as well. Can we please give it up one more time for the panelists? And I'm sure the workshops are going to commence when? Okay, all right then. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was great. Guys, take care. God bless you. If you want to ask me anything, you can. Love. That was good.